yeah, a greater ability to see, life is happening for us. And I do believe that in many ways, that trusting sometimes the experience is exactly what we need to evolve and to grow into our highest version,
You
even
are
if it's very uncomfortable maybe at the time.
You're so right. A lot of people come in and they feel they're experiencing such extreme life experiences. This is normal, this ups and downs. The idea here, though, is that regulating it and managing and releasing the emotions that are trapped allows us to go, instead of going like this, which is so depleting to the mind and to the body, to our hormonal system, just going like this. Because sometimes you will not sleep well. You may have a bad night's sleep, and so you may go down a little bit. However, if you have a lot of trapped emotions or unprocessed energy or trauma, it will deeply go very low. So the goal, from my understanding here, is that we can manage this into a more calm state of, we can work within this threshold of
Yeah.
what I can tolerate, as opposed to going too high and too low and too high. And I
Mm.
think that's what we're all looking for, because we know, I think, inherently that life is about changing. Life is about feeling uncomfortable at times. And so that's part of it. That's how we are supposed to live on this reality as humans. However, not to have them deplete us or take us on too much of a ride, because that's where we really lose contact with what we can do in our potential,
Mm.
because we're spending so much time recovering.
Amen. Yeah, definitely. I feel like my motto is when we feel good, we do good, and that inspires me
Yes.
to get up early and do the things that I know that are nourishing me, on a subtle level, even if they're not impacting me straight away. It's the longevity of these rituals or practices or diets or people around us that just make us feel the best when we're in that
Yeah.
presence of like-minded people. So I think that's been really important to me, is finding people that inspire me to grow. What would you say has been the most profound for you on your healing path? Has it been a specific therapy, or is it more subtle changes that have just brought you closer to that joy in everyday
Um,
living?
Yeah, for sure. The silent meditation retreats for me were very, very powerful and helpful. I would say also I have a lot of mentors and teachers. So one of the things that I always urge anyone who's on this path, go find mentors, go find teachers, the right ones, please, and spend time with them, because there's so much knowledge of a master who's done this kind of work and who understands the mind, the body, or something like that, because you can absorb so much that way and learn so much that way. And then the last thing that I had to remember myself is, let go of your story.
Mm.
Let go of your story. Whatever you think your story is, let it go. Whether you've been abused, whether you have been, I'm not saying it's not important. I'm not saying to dismiss it. I'm not saying that we shouldn't go back to it, because definitely if you come in for a hypnotherapy session, we will go to that story. But don't let that story run your life, because that's exactly why you cannot change and become who you can be. This
Mm.
is really, really, we stay trapped in these roles and these emotions. So if you were not that story, who are you? If you don't have that story, if that didn't happen, then who could you be? And then that's where your mind starts to shift from the past to potentiality. And there, so many things happen that we don't realize on the subconscious or conscious level. Oh, I could be this, 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 this. And then the energy starts to move that way, instead of victim or